English dub anime is terrible. It has no substance and the voice acting is subpar to the original Japanese version. Well, that's at least what most people are led to believe. The truth is, English dub just isn't for everyone. Even the native English speakers can't watch it. And the funniest part is when you ask them why don't you like the English dub? Every one of them turns into a Harvard professor of linguistics and has the most intricate reasons for why the dialect in English lacks compared to our counterparts in Japan, with a 2,000-page thesis and evidence with research to back up these findings. But in all seriousness, I decided to put my unemployment to use and watch over 1,000 anime to prove the naysayers wrong, and in doing so, I've heard some incredible English dubs and thought they deserve their flowers. So here's my humble and slightly uneducated opinion on the best English dub anime. Starting with some honorable mentions being Bryce Papenbrook, best known for Eren, Inosuke, and Kirito; Christopher Sabat, the masculine final boss, best known for Vegeta, Piccolo, Shenron, Zoro, Yami, and All Might; and then Ian Sinclair, known for Whis, Tsukasa, and the narrator for Love is War. These three are the famous Vans of the voice acting world, and their impact is impossible to deny. They've shaped entire generations of anime fans and helped define what an English dub can be, practically in their own category at this point. And that's exactly why they're honorable mentions, because their influence is so massive that comparing them to anyone else wouldn't even be fair. And now that the giants have been acknowledged, let's move on to the performances that truly surprised me, the ones that earned their place in the best of the best. Starting with Alex Lee. Not only is he the only singular entity on this list, he is also the best new gen voice actor today. No one else really comes close based on the sheer talent he possesses alone. His range is insane, and so much that I didn't even know he voiced Zenitsu until after making this video. Like, yes, you can hate on Zenitsu and say his English voice is what makes his character annoying, but when the character is supposed to be portrayed as annoying and the voice actor nails it, that means the voice actor did their job extremely well. It's just like when you hate a villain so much that you can't help but step back and realize, they played their part to a T. But Zenitsu is not even his best role. He also voiced Gigi from Dandadan, Nagumo from Sakamoto Days, 3-time New York best-selling philanthropist Thorfinn, and my personal favorite, Jin Woo. I think what truly separates him from the rest is the passion in which he acts, because I haven't seen someone put their all into an English dub like this since Sean Schmeldt. Here's a quick snippet of my personal favorite moments from him.
I haven't lost yet!
But now that I've glazed Alex long enough, it's time to get into a dub as an entire performance. And the first cast that is low-key a hidden gem is Ghost Stories. If you know, you know. This dub wasn't just a dub, it was a controlled demolition. The studio basically handed the actors a script and said, hey, yeah, you can do whatever you want. And they absolutely went feral with it. I don't even think the cast was voice acting at this point. They were just doing stand-up comedy while trying to speed run their careers, because every line feels like they were given 10 minutes to prep, a microphone, and then zero supervision whatsoever. It's chaotic, it's unhinged, and I love it. People complain about dubs being stiff or unnatural, but Ghost Stories is the complete opposite. These actors cooked so hard, they accidentally created one of the most rewatchable dub of all time. I don't even watch it for the plot. I just watch it to witness what happens when a creation process is so random that it feels like a natural, unscripted conversation. And Ghost Stories is not just regular funny, it's impressively funny. The kind of funny that feels real. The voice actors weren't reading lines, it was more like a pop improv quiz because none of it was planned. But the reason for this dub's creative success is so abnormal. The original show didn't do well in Japan, so when it got licensed, the creators basically said, keep the names, keep the monsters, but make sure to keep absolutely nothing else. That was the green light of a lifetime, and the cast treated it like it was their last day at work before closing down permanently. One moment the characters are running from a demon, the next they're arguing about who didn't take their meds. It worked so well that people forgot the show ever had a serious version. The dub is the definitive version now. Nobody is quoting the sub. Hell, nobody even remembers there is a sub. And if you mention Ghost Stories, the first thing that comes to mind is that iconic delivery of the English dub. It turned a forgotten anime into a cult classic because a group of voice actors sat down, looked each other in the eye, and said, let's go stupid. And they absolutely did. Here are some of the best clips for more context.
For me, your friend would be headlining in heaven, or according to Born Again Betty, hell, since after all he is Jewish.
Movie so much, God. Oh, perfect. It's in Japanese. Jing Chao Nong Ning Tao. Wait, that's Chinese. Luckily, I can read Barricade.
Now, similarly to Ghost Stories, the next goated English dub I came across is Psyche K. The reason this made the cut, even though there was only one season of the English dub, is because the cast was so well put together. Not only was Psyche's voice actor so monotone and on point with his reactions, it felt relatable, unlike that nonchalant guy from the School of Geniuses. But anyways, it was the meshing of the other characters that made it so good. Nendo's voice actor sounded like he was born with a brain cell deficit and loved every second. Kaido's dramatic hero voice was cracked in exactly the right way, and then Teruhashi's perfect Barbie energy was delivered as intended. And honestly, it just left me wanting so much more. One season was great, but it was also so disrespectful because I have never been more mad at a dub for ending way too early. The chemistry and timing was there. The voices matched the characters so well, it felt like they were made for these roles. It's one of the rare shows where the dub doesn't just work, it elevates the whole vibe. It gives the comedy life and it makes the reactions hit harder. And it makes the characters feel like real people you've actually met before. So hopefully, Netflix decides to actually finish dubbing it. Here are some of my favorite scenes.
Could anyone have let it get this dirty in here? I mean, really, it's a wonder we don't have bug.
And for another English dub, we have Death Note. I wasn't too sure if I was going to include this or not because of how mainstream it is, and if I did, then Naruto and Dragon Ball should have made the cut. But then I noticed that people still thought this dub was inferior to the sub. But listen to this scene.
What do you think of that, El? This is my perfect victory! That's right! I win!
Death Note has not only had incredible voice acting, but casted the main roles to have perfect synergy throughout. I mean, think about how many lines these inner dialogues have, and imagine if they got some mid performances. I believe it would arguably not have been as popular with the mainstream crowd, because this show is just filled with TikTok and vocal stems that are so iconic, not even I realized how many references were from these scenes. Even Ryuk's acting was near perfect. Like, I don't know why, but if there was a deaf god of some kind, Ryuk sounds exactly like how I would picture it. Like, every time he laughed or commented on something, you could feel the lack of anything but malice in his voice. The only part I would say is better in terms of pure emotion is this scene where he gets caught and laughs psychotically. And even then, there's like a 5% difference in quality. The dub understood that Death Note is overly dramatic, but it's also theoretical. Half the scenes are literally just two chads staring at each other, thinking inside their heads. And somehow, the actors keep it engaging for 20 plus episodes. That is not as easy as it sounds. Imagine narrating every intrusive thought you've had for a month straight and still being entertaining. If anything, Death Note is a perfect example of what happens when a dub matches the original energy instead of tracing over it, and it's iconic enough that entire memes and trends came out of it. Now, I know I said I didn't want to include Naruto and Dragon Ball, but these are far too great to exclude from at least mentioning. Like, Madara and Obito's voice actors are super crisp along with Pain's, and even Orochimaru's had the right effect, because he even made your skin crawl. Honestly, Naruto just had the best acting for villains I've seen in English dub in general, because every single one of their speeches gives you goosebumps or hope just listening to it. So much that fans started to create their own versions of these speeches with the AI of these characters, which is why it is impossible to not give them their flowers. Same goes for Dragon Ball. If I want to make an inspiring or motivating edit, the first character's voice I'm going for is Vegeta or All Might, who are both ironically voiced by the same exact person. And of course, we can't forget about a true icon of dub culture, the voice that practically raised a whole generation of anime fans, Steve Blum. Cowboy Bebop's dub isn't just good, it's the epitome of those TV shows you would not even know had an original version in Japanese. Spike could read the infamous Island Files and people would still gas it up, edit it to Lofi, and then post it on TikTok with aesthetic captions. Bebop is another one of those cases where the dub feels like the original language, and when an English dub can pull that off, you have to commend it. But to finally give my flowers to the best English dub today, in terms of overall casting, it has to be Gachiakuda. This show is so Gen Z coded and I love it. There's that blend of Japanese culture mixed with American lingo and style. Like, what characters you know are saying sus and lock in. Jabber is also the best representation of what an unhinged black teen would sound like today. Like, take a listen.
You want some, you shit biscuit? Come get some. Huh? Come on, man, don't be acting like that. I just told you who I am. It's your boy, Jabber!
The beauty in these characters is they are voiced by actual people of color, which is why they match so well. And there may be some bias in this pick, but I did say it was an uneducated opinion. And honestly, that's kind of the whole point of this entire video, because after being a complete loser and watching over 1,000 anime, I realized something really important. I need a life, and English dub is not terrible. People just love to act like it is. Like, bro, show someone all these great dub and they'll still hit you with, well, actually the cadence of Japanese syllabic structure actually conveys more emotional internality, blah blah blah. Relax, you are not getting paid for this. But after all the binge watching, sleep deprivation, and hearing so many voices in my head that I'm basically an unpaid voice director now, I can confidently say the best English dubs go crazy. Like, not good for a dub or passable. I mean legitimately some of the best ways to experience these shows. So if you still prefer subs, cool, that's fine. Just don't act like watching dub makes you uncultured or unworthy of the anime society. At the end of the day, watch what makes you happy. Sub, dub, sign language, Morse code, redo of healer, who cares? But at least give credit where credit is due. Matter of fact, if you still hate dub, this is for you.
Got some pretty good game for a worn out, foul mouthed, butthurt, ratchety, short stack sphere, right?
I think she's right. You are retarded.